welcome back to JPTV. I can't believe we are back. I have not posted a video in weeks. I'm sorry. I have had every sickness imaginable, from head cold to stomach flu, and I broke my toe. So it has been a hectic last month. And Sam and Colby haven't put out any videos until this week. And so I'm really excited about this one. I'm going to be actually watching it live. As soon as it popped up, I thought, oh my gosh, I got to get on and film. It just took me a couple of days because I haven't been feeling well, but I'm ready to go right now. Let's watch this together. I love anything about haunted dolls. I'm going to put in the description box, one of my favorite movies is called Dead Silence. If you haven't seen it, it's about a ventriloquist doll, and I'm not going to give any more away about it. You got to check it out. So let's go ahead and jump in here. We got Sam and Colby and Nate. I think they did a survey on YouTube to find out who wanted them to do a video. So I think they just decided last minute, maybe they missed kind of traveling. Usually they don't do anything after Hell Week until the new year. So I was really excited to see this video come out. Hope you guys are as well. And let's go ahead. All right, here we go.
Investigating the most haunted doll in the world.
More haunted than
most haunted doll in the world?
Movies, and he inspired Chucky.
Really?
Not only that, but this doll is known to curse people. Right around 10,000.
Okay, I didn't know that Chucky was based off of a true doll. Did you guys?
Businesses and relationships, schizophrenia, and even death. What caused the curse in the first place?
Taking a picture without asking his permission. So that's exactly what we're about to do.
Oh my God.
3, 2.
They take a picture without asking his permission? Interesting.
All right, guys, I don't know if that was a bad idea.
Oh, you don't know it was a bad idea.
It is probably a bad idea, but we did that at the beginning of the night to see if the curse is real. And you guys will have a chance to see and maybe take a picture of Robert later on.
If you dare.
What's crazy is
I'll
we're
take a
actually
picture.
at a giant museum full of other haunted objects.
Yeah, dude, there's like 42
cool.
spirits haunting this place. We're at Fort East Mortello Museum in the Keys in Florida, and it has these dark vibes.
Oh, the Keys. Have you guys ever been there? I really want to go to the Keys.
You heard that?
Was that not just a footstep right behind you?
Or a click of some sort.
Yeah, I was like...
It also just got hot as hell.
Yeah,
in this
it
room.
got super.
Okay, so they did like a
Picture of the dog, guys.
And this exact
what
area
I'm looking
people
for.
choked
They
up,
did like a
feel
vote
nauseous,
on
like they're just crawling out of their
YouTube
skin.
to see who wanted them to do a video, and people kind of voted, and it looked like everybody wanted them to do a video. So I'm guessing that's what made them decide to kind of do a video in the middle of the holidays, which they typically don't do. Usually we don't see anything from them after Hell Week all the way until the new year. So pretty excited about this. Oh my God.
Guys, and speaking of dolls, this is a little doll house that apparently has 12 child spirits inside of it. Should we try to go inside?
Could be.
Yeah. You don't go in?
Whoa, why
12
is it like little
child
mini
spirits.
Because it's the size of Robert. Robert is like a child-sized doll. He's like 3.5 feet tall.
He's as big as my little cousin.
Maybe he is.
Ha 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 ha.
Steven!
This is like Toy Story, but fucked up.
Oh wow, look at that.
God dang.
Ooh.
Wow.
God, why is those eyes so tall on that doll?
Isn't it like that a doll can serve as like a universal vessel for a spirit?
I think it's because spirits, they attach themselves
Yes.
to dolls because they think it's a human or like resembles a human, right?
They want to take as much of human form as they
Maybe,
can.
but they have to start in a physical
There's theories that there's a portal within
item
Robert,
before they can move
and
into a
Robert's
human.
Not just one, not just two, dozens, maybe hundreds. If you think about the curse and how many people are cursed at one time, it makes a lot of sense.
How does someone get cursed by Robert?
When people
Yeah,
are
that's what I wanna
disrespectful
know.
to Robert the doll, they go through hell. Don't disrespect the doll. People joke about it and they regret it. I can't tell you how many people I talk to who regret it.
People have been scratched.
You need to ask his permission before taking the
Incidents of
photo.
Bad luck, disease, car crashes, lives spiral out of control.
People find dead deer on their yard.
I did a tour back in July. 3 of them were like these local kids down here. And when we got in the room with
Here's the
Robert,
thing,
they laughed at
life
me,
happens
they
to
called
people,
me.
okay?
And then the next
Can we
night they
really
came
say
back
it's
to say sorry,
because
Mom. They told
they
me
went
they
to this
on a little
museum?
road trip
Like,
operating their boats.
yeah, it is a little fishy that all these people that went to the museum, something happened to them, but
People are summoning spirits.
life
every
happens,
night.
so
Whenever there's a
I
new
don't know if I
spirit, they wanna
believe
challenge the
in
humans. So
curses.
sometimes
Now,
we
do I
find the
believe
energy changes. summoning stuff.
that
in
there's,
mirrors,
you
using
know,
Ouija
demonic
boards, there's
entities,
stuff all
yes,
around
and
something
that they,
doesn't like us.
you know, are in dolls
Apparently,
and
this
they
is a
use dolls as
giant
conduits,
hospital.
yes.
Yeah, I guess during
I
yellow
don't
fever,
know
they just had everyone
necessarily
quarantined here, and tons of
they
people
can be
died.
And they say that
cursed
in the basement of this
to a
place,
point
there's a
that
lot of demonic
if
stuff that happens,
someone
but
looks
we're
at
gonna
them,
explore it later.
they
That
could
is the
die or
craziest
something like
door I've ever seen in my
that. That's
life.
why I will take a picture.
You're cursed, dude.
Oh my gosh.
So this museum was actually created
Stop
during
it.
the Civil War as a fort. Sadly, also during the times of the yellow fever. So when everyone died,
So I will take a
they would
picture of
store
Robert.
them in that hallway.
Just like the Zach Bacon's museum, that doll.
To give you an idea of how
I
many
looked
people
into her
died,
eyes,
they
and
literally had
I
to
did feel
stop
something a little
carpenters from
weird that
making
day, but
buildings in
it
Key
could have
West
just
so
been
they
all in
could
my
build
head.
caskets.
That's a lot of people.
Our guide told us that that hallway right there is the second most active spot besides Robert the Doll, so we'll have to investigate that later.
Before we start the investigation, we're actually going to go down the street to Robert the Doll's original house.
Supposedly a super
Look at that house. That's a cool looking house.
Oh, this is so weird.
Dude, we're at it.
This looks like it's supposed to be haunted. you
This
know?
is the most poppin' house on the street.
It kind of looks like Foster's home for imaginary friends.
It does.
Which makes a lot of sense.
Dude, that light just fucking turned on behind you when you said that.
It's all decorated. It's so
Oh
pretty.
my god, dude. So Robert the doll used to be in here? Oh, yeah,
Before
there's
the
a book
museum?
right there.
So Robert the
My
Doll
guess?
was originally owned by the Otto family, specifically the little boy named Gene Otto, and he lived here. He grew up in this home, and so Robert
gonna move
originated
my camera.
right here.
Pretty sure this house was built in the late 1800s too, so like, that's a lot of history to it.
Not only was Gene from here, after his family went bankrupt and he moved away to go to school, he came back here.
So he started his life and ended his life in this house.
Dude, where is everybody?
I don't know. I thought there was a bunch of other people here. There's just a bunch of pugs.
Yeah, what's up with all the bug pictures?
What? What's going on, guys?
This place is like super creepy, but at the same time, it looks like it was designed or decorated by a pug fanatic who works at Yankee Candle.
There's two main hotspots. The attic is one, and that's actually where Robert's room was. They actually made a room for Robert, and then we have Anne's room. So Gene Otto, he married Anne and moved back into this house. So we have the wife, and the wife hated Robert.
She actually forced Robert to be locked in the attic, where Gene created a 2-scale room for the doll.
Jesus.
So let's go check out her room, and then maybe Robert's room next.
Also, I just want to say really quick, for this being late 1800s, this had to be a rich family mansion. Huge.
Just look at this.
Nice house.
Look at that. Oh, it's so
They always have to do something like that.
Wait, this is the attic right here.
white.
Yeah. And it's unlocked.
Perfect, dude. Oh, for sure.
We have to. Oh, wait, and that's Anne's room. That's our room.
Gene Otto's
God,
wife.
Colby's
she
so
despised
dramatic.
Robert, meaning Robert probably despised her.
Oh, for sure.
Not only that, but towards the end of her life, she despised Gene. It was actually rumored that Gene married her for money, forced her to move back here with him. She was a gifted pianist. A gifted...
Penis?
She had, she could do anything with it.
Anyway, Gene would never let her perform as he wanted to be the center of attention. So, like, you can think of her as, like, this spirit that was just stifled, like an angel who's had its wings clipped.
Basically, Anne is still here haunting this house, protecting people from the curses of Robert.
Yeah, she's a nice ghost, apparently.
Ready to see it? This is a nice room.
I didn't feel it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, you're right. It does feel good.
And it smells good, too.
Do you think it could be because the AC is on?
And that's probably a good part. A clean room with AC on instead of a giant fort. And we're in your room. We set up a bunch of different pieces of equipment so that we can talk to you. If you are here, can you give us a clear and obvious sign? You walk up to any three objects here on the bed, on the stool, or by the door, and we'll know you're here.
That's it.
Yes! Yes! Yes again!
3 yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Does that mean there's 3 spirits, or she's just confirming that she's here 3 times?
If this is just Anne, can you say yes? If there's
Yes, it's just Anne.
No
Yes.
way.
Okay, whoa. It said that you're here to protect this house, specifically from Robert. Is that true?
No.
No.
That goes with the theory of what David was saying.
There's multiple spirits.
Yes! Oh my God! Wait, so let's explain that. There's a theory that there's multiple spirits attached to Robert.
Yes.
Right.
Yes!
The theory is that Robert is a portal, and it's not just the spirit of Jean or Robert, but there's shadow figures attached. There's spirits that come through. Yes.
This is just like, keep going.
Shadow figures that will like curse or carry out the curses on people who disrespect Robert.
Saying yes.
Yes.
And is that true? Do you believe that there can be multiple spirits in one doll? Is he a form of a vessel?
Or maybe it's not true, and maybe there's just a couple of spirits attached to Robert. Is that true?
I just want to know is Robert malicious?
See, some people say he's a nicer spirit, and some people say he just curses people.
I think it depends. Because to Gene Otto, he was his best friend. They grew up together. He even gave him his own name. The original name of Gene Otto was Robert. And he was like, no, I'm going to give that name to my doll and give him my clothes. Like, they were literally best friends growing up together. That's so weird, especially because he's like 3 feet tall. They're probably like the same height.
Same size.
One of the theories about Robert is that he's what's called a spirit mirror. Whenever Gene was like doing something bad, he'd blame it on Robert, which is like where you get the blame it on Robert thing, and that like cemented or calcified that energy in the doll.
One story of him like breaking a vase. The parents rush into the room. He's like, "No, it was Robert. I swear, I was swear." Like every single time, it was like, directing that negativity towards him.
Robert the doll was known for a lot of poltergeist activity, mainly throwing around
keep it on
furniture.
my lap.
And did you ever see Robert move or throw things around, especially in this house? If so, come up to any one of these pieces of equipment. We have some stuff over here on the bed.
No way! Did you get close to that?
No, dude, I was
Wait, where were you?
right here.
What?
Wait, wave your hand by your foot right now. What? Okay.
Dude, so that was the confirmed it.
You asked if she'd ever experienced like furniture being thrown around. Wait.
And if you believe the spirit of Robert is still here, could you move a piece of furniture? Could you give us an actual physical sign to show us what he did to this house?
What if she just doesn't have the power to
Crickets.
do that? Maybe Robert had more power. I mean, if it's true that Robert had multiple entities attached to him as
Crickets.
well, he probably has a lot of energy. That's why he's able to curse people.
So, Anne, are you scared of Robert? Can you give us a sign?
Did you dislike Robert?
Tap this, and we'll know yes or no. Gene and Anne
What do you guys think
did
of that
not have a good
machine?
relationship, especially towards the end.
Like,
Most
is it
of
like
Gene's
the
time was actually
music
spent
box
up in-
where, like, do they have to actually physically
As
press
soon as I
it?
said that, she confirmed it. Yeah.
And
kinda
dude,
looks
didn't
like they
answer for
do.
so long.
She wants to be.
To
it's
me,
interesting.
it's
She wanted
like
to be more
crazy
clear about the
because
contention between her and Jean.
it has to be
than
physically
about her opinion
touched.
of Robert. Dude, this might sound. I don't want to offend anything here,
No.
but I wonder if she's scared of Robert still.
Gene, towards the end of his life, spent the majority of his final 10 years in the attic talking directly to Robert the doll. Many people report hearing the voice of 2 people, even
God.
though Gene was the only one up there with the doll.
It wasn't like the other one, like a raspy old voice.
Yeah, deep one.
So imagine like a little toddler, like, hey, and then right next to him is like, hey.
This is like when he was 60 years old, 70 years old. So a 60-year-old man that still talks to the doll for 10 years of his life.
Dude, that's like, it's terrifying to think of like an old man riddled with Parkinson's hanging in the attic talking to a doll.
Right?
Yeah,
There.
that is creepy.
Maybe we can turn the envoy to emotions and ask Anne these same questions and let her passively respond with emotions rather than actively with yes or no.
And you can just come up here and tap this. Let us know how you felt about Robert. Oh, what's that say? Scared! Holy fuck! You said scared, right? Yeah, specifically.
What I said. Again! It said scared again!
Twice
Just got
scared.
twice in a row.
What?
And
sad.
Wait, dude, out of all the emotions, what are the odds that it just scared twice in a row?
And then sad? Like, what if Robert was just stealing her husband away from her?
She didn't like him the entire time. Like, she was probably scared of Robert and sad that he even lived there. Jean was best friends with Robert.
Yeah, his only friend.
Scared again, dude.
Scared again.
Wait, that just answers 100%. Like, Anne was terrified of Robert.
The best.
Scared again, dude.
No way! Third time.
Over and over and over.
3
They get
times.
so dramatic.
The odds of that alone, even if it is random, are
I guess I
insane.
probably would be
Holy shit.
Yo, wait, that's actually incredible. And should we also feel scared if we're scared?
No way! this thing just moved? Was it because we probably all just like freaked out and then... It wasn't that though. It was this.
That just hit the wall, though.
Where was it before? Like up here?
But I heard that.
It was like that. Oh. It was like that.
Dude, there is no way we caused that. Because, like, we were just like...
Yeah, but sometimes
that.
things that are placed
that
up
was
against the
probably
wall
us.
just fall.
Let me put this to yes or no real quick.
Happens.
And when I just turn this back to yes or no, was that you that just pushed that stick or whatever against the wall?
We should feel scared. And then a poltergeist activity? No. That wasn't her. Exactly what I mean. That's what I mean.
Was it us moving?
Yeah, was that our fault?
Yeah, did we cause that?
No.
Interesting.
Well, then what the fuck was it?
Dude, well, it said no to Robert, but that doesn't mean it said no to the hundreds of other entities possibly attached to it.
So Robert was taken from this house in 1980 and then put in the museum in 1994. Maybe when he left, some of the negative
14
energy
years.
was still up in the attic. Thank you so much, Anne. If you want to follow us, help us, protect us anyway, you're welcome
A
to.
long
If you
time
do
from the
feel
time that
comfortable, we would love to have you follow us up to the
was
attic.
moved to
What's wrong?
actually put in the
I just got like a
museum.
really weird chest pain. Like actually, legitimately.
Like a nervous feeling.
Are you...
No,
Is there
no, like a
racing?
pain.
That's kind of scary.
That's what
Thank you so
happened
much
to
to
me when I
Monster
looked
Legends for sponsoring
into
this
the
video.
eyes
Monster
of the
Legends
doll
is an
at the
awesome
Zach
free-to-play
Bacon's
mobile game available
I got
on
that,
all devices.
like,
You can collect over 900 monsters with different elements and rarities and start your own monster empire.
Plus,
gosh,
there's
when
new
they talk
monsters
about these games
every
that they
week.
play, I'm
One of the
like-
unique features of the game is you
Oh,
can
jeez.
you can find monsters
I
of
don't know
your
about that
favorite
mustache. What do you guys
YouTubers,
think?
including ours.
Yes, you heard that right. Starting today, Monster Legends is bringing back our very
I'm just
own
not a
monster,
mustache
the
fan.
spookiest monster of them all.
So in order to grow your empire, you can breed monsters together to
Breed
get new monster
monsters?
eggs. That means you can breed with us.
Oh, wow.
Well, the Sam Colby monster.
And once your baby monsters are hatched, you can feed them to evolve them and boost their powers with runes,
actually
relics,
kinda
and
cool.
talents.
You can create the best team and challenge your friends or other monster masters in battles. That way you can
Okay,
conquer
fast-forwarding
trophies,
this.
win rewards, and use to create our monster.
So be sure to download.
Yeah, we're done. Okay,
Of
here we
Robert's
go.
true origins. We didn't know he was a Stife doll. All people knew was, hey, it's a doll that's possessed. And they said that it was an angry servant who had made the doll. And I uncovered information. I was able to trace him back to Germany as a Stife. I was able to find the angry servant and tie in what the truth was about that part of the legend. I thought identifying Robert's true spirit as a child would be a good thing, and that Robert would be very happy. I didn't take into consideration that there were multiple entities, and there are several dark entities who feed on the negativity people bring up here. They didn't want the truth out. So objects started moving around my house. I lost 4 hard drives. Strong bolts of electricity started coming out of my hands, and I'm not talking little static shock. I'm talking like almost dislocating my shoulder.
Because you have a reaction?
No, because of the electricity. I remember what's on the side of my truck. I just, a little bit of music playing and going like that, and so much electricity, almost dislocated my shoulder. Huge. I mean, like a vault that you think would kill you. And then this palm frond who's walking my dog, giant 20-foot palm frond that's wet, picks up, charges towards us, drops. The dog freaks out and runs back. We go back, I go back with the dog, it picks up a second time, flies at me and drops. Something was very clearly challenging me, and it culminated with me getting yanked out of bed, like, pulled up.
Wait, are you talking about levitation?
Yeah.
What?
It wasn't levitation, it was forceful,
Sorry, you guys,
forcefully
this is
yanked.
going on
You
with my
believe that's
laptop here. I'm trying to
Robert's
fix it.
Yeah, so I believe it's the dark entities with Robert. When you get yanked, it's not
Yeah, there we
scary.
go,
You
sorry.
think it would be, but your brain's trying to figure out what's going on. So it's what's happening, what's happening. It woke my wife up. She says, what's wrong? And I couldn't feel below me, so I told her, I said, I'm falling out of bed. And then I look up. I was like that far from the ceiling.
It's like The Exorcist, okay?
And I absolutely freaked. I call out.
This is just because he looked
when I
into
shouted that, I
the...
dropped. I wasn't even over my
Robert the
bed. I was
doll's
about
like,
6 feet to the left of it. I slammed the tile floor
like,
so
past, like, where
hard.
he came from?
And
It's
I went
interesting.
straight on Facebook and I said, I'm dealing with an entity I can't handle and I desperately need help. Don't comment if you can't help me. And somebody put me in touch with the Santeria
comment if you
priest.
can't help
When he
me.
gets to the bedroom, he says, I can't deal with this on my own. He ended up bringing 5 more of his Santeria
Santeria.
family from Miami, and they did a misa, a spirit mess. I saw spirits as clearly as I see each of you now. They removed the spirits possessing me, and it wasn't just one, it was dozens.
God.
Including these 2 8-foot-tall creatures that are the main dark ones around Robert. The 8-foot-tall creatures, those seem to be the ones that thrive on the negativity. I warn other people, be careful. because you might not be as protected, and you're not just dealing with one entity.
Wow, that's crazy, you guys. Like, I've never, outside of movies,
One
heard
point on
of
the lease,
someone.
it was stated that Robert
had, like,
had
some
to
sort of
remain
possession.
in the attic room, and no one else could occupy it.
And he
That's
tells
probably
it
why
so,
Anne was
like,
saying that we
I
should
say
be scared
nonchalantly,
coming up
but
here. So much negativity.
I would have been a little bit
Once
more
they moved
animated
out,
about that
every
experience.
renter that came into the house said they heard things coming from upstairs. There's been an instance where a repairman went upstairs, saw things moving around Robert, and immediately quit his job and never came back to this house.
That would have been me.
So let's go check it out.
You wanna go first, Nate?
These are the steepest steps I've ever stepped.
Shit, doggy!
Oh, dude, it's snowing.
There's just shit scattered everywhere. Everything's collapsed. There's wood against. Hand me that camera.
Wait, yeah, here you go. Like, it seriously, it just looks like a hurricane hit it. Oh, shit!
What?
Oh, bro. I don't see anything like what was described.
What? It goes so far. He would probably be in like the middle of this, in a case, or I think he was stuffed in a trunk.
Dude, it's hot.
It's so hot. I mean, what is that? Oh my god! I just bumped into that by accident. It's like a bunch of
Just a big
crosses.
rosary?
You think that's to keep like evil out?
I hope so.
It's honestly probably dangerous to walk in an attic of a 1900 house.
A doll for like 70 years lived in this attic.
And dude, I don't think we even said why he was like packed up here in the first place. But when Gene turned 18, he moved out to become an artist. He was an artsy guy.
This house is actually called the Artist's House because it's Gene Otto's house. But that is such a chilling picture. That old man sitting just alone up here, no friends, talking to a doll,
With
and horrible, crazy poltergeist
A
activity happening.
sickness like Parkinson's, so he was like just like shaking back and forth, talking to what seems to be an inanimate object.
Or maybe it's not.
And if you followed us up here, or if there's any other spirits or energy that want to talk to us, now's the chance. Now's your time.
I'm gonna go back to putting it up here. My back hurts.
That was a scream.
It's like the empty space in this attic is expanding beyond the attic.
Ready?
There we go. I was charging it,
And
but
please use our energy.
fine
Move
right
this
now.
planchette that we're all touching. Can you draw out some sort of symbol or something that tells us a little bit about who you are?
actually was supposed to have this video up on Monday, but I had some technical difficulties. I've had to refilm it like
Robert,
3 times.
anything that's up here in the attic, we just want to know who you are. What still lives here in the artist house? It almost sounds like singing.
I do
A
hear
singing or a cry?
it. I heard it more the first
It's
time.
something right there. What the? Who could that be?
Almost looks like a head wearing a hat to me.
Oh, was Robert wearing any hat?
A Navy hat.
And if you're up here, you said that we should be scared coming up here. Why? That's getting close.
Wow. You hear something.
Dude, that kind of looks like the same thing. Like a human head wearing a hat.
What could that possibly be? Final try.
This is your last chance.
Again, use our energy.
And why should we be scared up here?
Did you ever think that maybe the circle is a portal?
Myrtle's episode. Amanda drawing a circle.
Over and over and over.
And that represented a portal. You're right.
We just want one clear, obvious sign.
Dude, no, I can already see it's making the same fucking thing. Oh, dude,
Nice.
fucking thing. Every single one has been really bad drawings, but it's like a circle and then a hat or something.
It's a circle with some sort of square thing on top of it.
Dude, each one is just like an abstract Mr. Potato.
Guys, we're back at the
Abstract
fort,
Mr.
and in
Potato
just a
Head.
second, we're going to let you guys take a picture of Robert
gonna do
if you so please. But before that, we're going to actually explore this haunted hospital.
I'm not afraid to take a picture of Robert.
Wait.
Yeah, but so the latch on the left, just pull that out.
Oh, I see.
And then push it on open. And go immediately to your right.
Oh, God. Whoa!
Oh my god.
I always want to go to the
And
Keys.
you can probably feel how heavy it is in
My
here.
boss's sister is
It's where
from
people
there.
freak out on the
They have a
floor.
house
We have
in
a
the
lot of
Keys,
people who
and,
throw up in here become physically ill. This is
Nice,
where
I've
a
seen
lot of
pictures.
people have been scratched.
Pretty cool.
There's something that moves around down low. One thing that roams around the fort is a ghost cat. I actually
cat.
have photos. Somebody captured him.
Dude, I'm feeling like something like touched me right here. Ever since we walked in, like right here. I don't know if you've ever
never seen that, but something like really feels like I'm being held up like this.
Dude, you literally at Anne's room were feeling heart pain. Like that's
Right here,
literally
yeah.
right there.
I'm feeling a pressure right here, like someone's like holding me like this. I don't know if that's a muscle ache or it's like something.
It's a
like,
phantom pain. You're feeling one of the symptoms of someone in here. And think about this. So does it feel like a crutch?
yes!
Crutch pulling you up?
Holy yes, it's like pressure right here in the stick right
So
here.
you probably got someone who was here who had a crutch that was holding them up, and they're trying to sap your energy from you. They're trying to share your energy with you.
Like
Whoa.
Andrew's Eve type of thing.
Could be.
That would make
It's the
sense.
hospital.
Oh my god.
And check it out. You can still see
So
the
blurry.
scars on my
Why
arm.
did
That's
it blur
not
it out?
you.
Yeah. And that happened here.
In this room?
That happened here. I've been scratched in here twice.
Wow.
So badly that it scarred you.
Wait, did you-
It actually
Oh,
scarred
yeah, I see
you.
them.
Now, did you watch that happen, or did you just look
It was
down?
when I was setting up, and listen, I'm usually good with the spirits in here. Everything was going wrong. Gates weren't unlocking. Stuff wasn't where it was supposed to be. Everything was wrong, and they were messing with me hard. When I came in here, it was more of the same, and I got really angry, and I never get angry. I just went, and when I had that moment of rage, it's as if they manifested that power, and I felt it. I was already late getting everything set up. Only time that's happened, and then I had to go out front and say, it's going to be another 10 minutes, guys, because I had to stop it from leaving. It took
Did you show him? Did you show him?
yeah, I told him, I said, I'm sorry, this is going to take a little bit of time.
Do you think you did something disrespectful beforehand, or that was
No, it was yelling at them, and they were able to manifest my rage, because they don't have their own energy. They have to use our energy, just like you were just feeling the crutch. To get energy, they need us. They were just tapping into you to get yours, and when I had that moment, they were already with me, and then when I had that moment of rage, that's like superpower to them, and that's what gave me the ability to do that. And check this out. People summon stuff in mirrors from here. That stopped being a fort. Kids used to come up here when it was abandoned, and they do mirror scrying, which is summoning.
Whoa, this just went off to red when you said
wow.
scrying.
Yeah. And that's probably.
EMF reader.
This just like turned off.
What?
Oh yeah, I was wondering why it just shut off all of a
Is it
sudden.
still spiking? I don't
As soon
know.
as she said scrying, it went to red.
How did? Wait, you just said that? It's spiking again right now, and this fucking just
wow.
turned off.
Mirror scrying.
It's electric.
Yeah, that is a little creepy.
Do you want us to try to contact you through the mirror?
I've had that, like when I've gone to haunted places, it's sapped the energy out of my phone, my camera, stuff like that.
Feel my heartbeat right now. Holy fuck.
Dude, it's racing.
It's like racing.
Literally like.
Holy shit.
Off camera, when we were gone at the artist house, you were saying you felt the energy rise in here, correct?
Incredible. Totally changed. That whole tunnel, we're in here every night. It's the most intense that it's been in months. I told you about the shadow creature lurking around.
Yeah.
Somebody captured a photograph of it.
Oh my god.
Looks like Robert the
Holy
doll.
shit. What is this captured on? It's an iPhone?
Yeah, it was just captured. It was on a phone. I don't know if it was an iPhone or not.
It's like vaguely childlike.
Yes, dude.
Some people say it looks like Robert the doll.
Yeah. I was gonna say it looks like a doll too, yes.
Like with the hair. Can you see the little horns right there?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And that thing's seen around the fort. You guys want to summon something in the mirror? Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait, is it what? There's a mirror over here?
We got a mirror to try to replicate what kids did. The one that they summoned was Colonel Morgan. He tried to deport a third of the Conch population. Conchs are what we call the natives here. And he tried to deport them because of their Confederate ties. When you summon stuff in mirrors, you never know what you're gonna get.
There it is.
Oh god, dude. That looks like a freaking altar.
You walk up to the mirror, you say, I summon the spirit of Colonel Morgan, and say his name.
Oh my gosh, it's like Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary.
I summon the spirit of Colonel Morgan. Colonel Morgan. Colonel Morgan. Colonel Morgan.
We had a girl here one night. She's in here by herself. She takes the photograph. That's her silhouette. She's wearing blue. That's not.
What the fuck is that?
That's not her. That's not her hand.
Oh my god.
This is what it turned out to be.
What's that up in the corner?
I don't know.
It almost looks like something's starting to form up there. Sometimes people see something that looks just like Robert the doll.
I summon the spirit of Colonel Morgan. Colonel Morgan?
The whole turning in circles, I don't know about that.
Colonel Morgan?
Wait, what the fuck? Were you guys standing right behind him?
Where were you guys standing?
They were to the left.
Wait, no, if that's a mirrored photo, that would be on this side.
That was on that side.
No, we were
What
both
the
on that
fuck is
side.
that?
It's not even in mine.
You guys were standing in the exact same spot. Wait, what the fuck is that actually?
I was gonna sneeze.
Dude, that's fucked up.
That's not on mine.
Wait, what?
That's a little creepy.
Dude, this place has a dark energy.
Yeah, I mean, I've not been in a place where you go in and you immediately feel like you're on a planet with increased gravity.
Yeah,
You're just weighty.
You know what I remember too is we left those Polaroids in our camera next to Robert. Should we go and look at the pictures?
Yeah, dude, that means they developed like sitting in front of Robert.
I didn't
What
think
if he
about
just
that.
isn't there?
That's creepy.
I'm so stoked to see these photos.
Could you imagine they were just all over the floor right now? It's so scary.
All right, good news is they weren't flown everywhere. We showed there at the beginning, but we took an extra just for safety.
Oh god!
Dude, why is it so dim?
Foggy.
Yeah, it's super foggy. It's had like an hour.
Number 2.
No weird like firework thing up there.
I can't even tell what that is. Yeah, it's over there, but not on this one. Number 3.
That one seems like a clean photo.
That's a good one.
Damn, that's sexy.
Oh my god.
And the last one.
Me. The firework.
The firework thing happened again.
We'll put high definition photos of these, but looks
Yeah,
kind of normal
those-
to me.
We're
Polaroids
fine for
aren't
now.
the best cameras.
By the looks of these photos, we have not been cursed.
Good thing.
Interesting fact is that Gene died of Parkinson's. Somebody else who has Parkinson's right now is Ozzy Osbourne because he came here at one point and claimed that Robert did it to him.
Ozzy Osbourne like took
Did he
one
do
of
it?
those little dolls, tried to blow it up on the beach,
Put it in a microwave.
microwaved it, like
Blew it up on the beach?
split or some crazy thing like
What?
that.
Yep.
And now he's got Parkinson's and he
Yeah.
attributes it all to.
He just blames Robert for all of that. Again, this is like poltergeist activity that Robert does. Like people will hear furniture flying around the room, but I think the scariest part is some people say they can see him swallowing and his expression changing in front of their eyes.
Okay,
Or
that is
breathing.
creepy.
There was a lady who saw Robert swallowing.
What?
Oh yeah, she saw him go back, and people talk about him breathing, where they see his chest going back and forth. She said she saw like a little swallow.
Oh God.
Dude, there's something like primitively disturbing.
Right?
about that.
I talked to a lady several
Yeah.
months ago. Her husband had his
my
toe
gosh.
cut off by a lawnmower after he was disrespectful. There's
His
some
face.
pretty dark stuff. We've had deaths blamed on Robert the doll. A couple guys from California were here. One of them was respectful. The other was completely disrespectful. When they got home, the one died. We got the letter. We got the apology
Wow.
letter. He said, "I'm sorry for my friend." He died.
Wait, can you explain that?
It sounds like, wait,
People
back up?
will write to Robert asking him for forgiveness, asking him to lift the curse off of him. His whole room used to be covered, floor to ceiling, in the letters. And then eventually they got too many of them.
It's like over 1,000.
Thousands and
That's
thousands,
kinda
close to
hard.
10.
10,000.
1,000 people.
Yeah.
What do they read the letters to the doll? Because how does the doll know there's letters for the spirits that live in the
Is that
doll?
serious?
Just the fact that there's 10,000 letters apologizing says everything you need to know.
Yeah, whatever you believe, how do you think 10,000 people are experiencing all the same stuff? That's
Yeah,
what gets me.
10,000 is a whole other story.
We should choose someone to stand alone with Robert tonight.
Nose goes.
No!
It's like, oh, why?
These trips with you guys!
Nate, how do you forget?
No, he knows, man. This guy, he's been sitting here a long time.
Just kidding. We do the nose goes all the time. It's not fair. You can't see behind the light. How about we do something even worse?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, you never know what that's.
Or how about a staring contest?
Staring contest.
Good idea.
Like with Robert. Whoever can stare into his eyes.
Obvious.
Sorry, that scared the shit out of me.
Is that Robert?
3, 2, 1.
And I watch a lot of paranormal investigators.
Don't you
These
dare
guys,
believe
I
you're
mean,
standing here alone.
that's why they have 8 million
What, 1
subscribers.
a.m.?
They're just
So my eyes
so good,
are
so
so
much fun to
tired.
watch.
Oh, I already feel like I'm gonna
Especially
blink,
if
guys.
you're into paranormal, it's
Oh
fun to watch
shit!
it and
Now,
then get
like
to
just looking straight into his
listen to
eyes, you
some
can
funny
see
dudes.
things moving around
While you're
him.
watching
It's
it.
like the psychomantium, because I'm almost
Yeah, I was
looking
thinking the
into a
same thing,
glass
it'd be like the
mirror.
psychomantium.
His face is just completely black now.
Oh, there's something behind you. Man, you're killing it.
That would make me want to blink.
Don't need to blink.
You look like you just ate Taco Bell.
Holy shit, you're pulling on a mint. Oh, there it is.
Bell.
108. Good God, dude. That's actually really good.
Ooh.
You're really getting into the character of that hat.
Right?
All right, Nate, what you got? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God, it's just dawning on me that they're wearing the naval hats. I hope Robert doesn't think that's disrespectful.
Wait, that was 7 seconds. No, what the fuck? Was that on fucking
7
purpose?
seconds.
No, it wasn't. I'm dead ass. It went on
Oh
purpose.
my God, dude, that was
I
ass.
did a full minute more than you.
Like beat me by 60 seconds.
3, 2,
Oh my God, look at Sam's
1.
hat. Okay.
Sam looks like he's about to suck Squidward's nose.
Speaking of Sam's hat, did you guys
Well, we
see
already made
Katrina's video? And he's in a Christmas tree outfit. That was hilarious.
That means Nate is going alone right after this. But we thought, why not, since we just stared at him, finally give you guys a chance
Take our
to, if you
picture.
think the curse is real, take a picture of Robert via this screen.
We did this, if you watch the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum episode with Peggy the doll, and so many people commented that they were actually haunted and affected.
Advising.
And we're not condoning any of this.
That's
This is
awesome.
up to you guys. If you want to take this chance, it's all on you.
So that's what I was telling you guys about
Tens of thousands
Peggy
of
the
people
doll. Like,
said electrical
I
anomalies
looked
were
into her eyes and
happening.
I did have a
Yes,
little
on
bit
the
of
screen,
like,
it's only making eye contact
arm,
with Peggy.
like
This
tingling
has
and
sent people
cramping
to
for
the hospital.
hours.
It's given people like
interesting.
cancer. It's gotten people in car crashes. So do not do this if you believe in the curse.
Yeah, we do not recommend this.
Okay, here we go. If you take a picture, you're taking a risk, risking the curse, because even through a screen, Robert is dangerous. Let her.
If you don't want
not
to see this, you
mocking
don't
Robert,
want to risk,
but
close your eyes, or
I don't
fast
really
forward through
believe
this
that
part.
taking a
We're about
picture
to
and
give
looking
you
at them is
10
gonna make you
unadulterated
curse.
seconds with the most haunted doll.
I just don't. And like I mentioned, I have filmed this 3 times because of my camera. The issues I was having, and I've taken a picture of Robert 3 times, and I've looked at him, and nothing's happened. So I also trust God. I'm a believer, and I believe that the Holy Spirit is protecting
Before we
me.
split up to do our alone investigations,
And that's my
because
story, and I'm
Gene was
sticking
an
with it.
artist, we decided, what if we try to draw Robin ourselves? But the catch is, we only have 1 minute to do it.
We're trying to trigger our own investigations with these.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I
Yes,
cannot
we can
draw.
bring
I'd
these
be
to
drawing
each
a
of our
stick
individual
figure of Robert.
investigations. So it's like we're taking a piece of Robert with us.
Because there's 42 spirits here at the fort, Robert is said to be able to travel, and his entities are on the entire place. So if we take a piece of Robert, aka these drawings,
With them,
maybe
huh?
we can
That's
kind
a
of
good
trap
idea.
his energy. 3, 2, 1.
I can't wait to see these pictures.
10 seconds.
Oh, God.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Serious, that's what I'm telling you. Mine be like stick
Hi,
figures.
guys. This is my drawing. Here we go.
Inbred Pillsbury.
What the heck?
Does he have a dick on his
He's holding a freaking stuffed animal.
chest? What? That is definitely a cat. Here's mine.
That's supposed to be his stuffed animal?
There are 2 X marks on his head.
He's got a huge hat.
So fat.
What the heck?
Dude, I just wanted him to have a big head.
And
Yeah.
then you drew a cock, but it has 2 fucking wiener holes.
Yeah, 2 wiener old cock is kind of.
Here's my Robbie.
They're killing me. Okay, it looks like a mix of an old man and a
I
baby.
have a body.
In this endless box.
His face looks like an old man.
That's what I said.
Looks like a dad who's like drunk sitting on his couch or something. Robert, we are not roasting you. We are roasting our drawings.
Right.
Of you.
Trust
Right.
us.
Before we do the final investigation,
awesome.
guys, if you're enjoying this type of content, leave a like and subscribe. It's free. It helps
Yes,
us
like and
out. It takes
subscribe,
2 seconds
please.
as well. Please do it, and I
Appreciate
hope
it.
you enjoy the rest of the video.
Alright, I can hear Sam and Colby's voices and footsteps fading away. Robert is
Isn't that
across from
him
me
going?
right now.
He's gonna go
I'll
see
just
Robert
show you
the
guys
doll.
real quick. Hey Robert,
Wow, the flashlight turned
thanks
on
for
that fast?
letting me oh my gosh. Dude, I start talking to him and just a flashlight. Okay. Thanks Robert. Look, I have this drawing that we did of you earlier. I'm gonna set it over here. Can let
Those
me
drawings
know
were
if you
classic,
liked it
man.
or
Classic.
if it resonates with you. You can just see his reflection kind of echoing in every part of this box. Like almost like it's endless. or like there's so many different sides to him.
All right, guys, so it's time to start our solo investigations. And for mine, I went to the spot where I think this is literally the creepiest story of the entire fort. I got my Robert the Doll drawing right here. Here's the spot I'm investigating, but the story starts with Elena Milagro Hoyos. I don't know if I said that right. Back in the early 1900s, there was a German radiologist who lived here named Count Karl von Cosel. I believe this is a picture of him right there, and here is Elena. Now, Count Karl had a weird obsession with Elena and ended up meeting her because she got tuberculosis and he was helping her treat it. Even though he had a wife and kids, he would tell his close friends that he believed Elena was the girl from his dreams. He did everything he possibly could to help her survive her sickness. He bought her expensive gifts to try to cheer her up and even bought the most expensive x-ray equipment they had back then to see if he could cure her, but nothing worked, and unfortunately she ended up dying. Also, not to mention, Count Karl was in his 50s and Elena was 22, so they had this weird relationship where he was confessing his love to her all the time and she was not reciprocating any of it. Now, why there's a cemetery right here is because after she died, he would go to her grave every single night and sing her songs, leave her gifts, and just hang around where her dead body was. 2 years later, after she died, he ended up exhuming the grave, taking her body and bringing it back to his house. And of course, after 2 years, the body is very badly decaying, but he didn't care. He ended up taking what was left of her human remains and dipping it in wax to form a skin layer, and then took fake eyes to place on her face. Count Karl ended up sleeping with Elena's dead body for 7 years. But I think the creepiest part of the story is he was caught because he was seen dancing with Elena from a window by a neighbor. So imagine him just dancing with a corpse in his room. Somebody sees it, obviously thinks it's strange, like why is he dancing with a stiff statue looking thing, and they ended up calling the authorities. He was taken to court, but he was never put in prison because it was past the statute of limitations. And even stranger, the public saw him as this hopeless romantic figure instead of some creep who was dancing around with a corpse. This final thing he wrote in his diary was this: "Human jealousy has robbed me of the body of my Elena, yet divine happiness is flowing through me, for she has survived death. Forever and ever she is with me."
Alright, I am in the complete darkness. Earlier, David told us that the scariest part of this entire place is the Soldier's Tunnel. He said it's the most active. Robert will attach himself to people, but this is where you see the most shadow figures. This is right where hundreds of bodies were stored when they had yellow fever. They just shoved them in there while they were waiting for coffins to be made. This is gonna be fucking terrifying. I know my drawing might not be perfect. If this means anything to Robert or Gene Otto or any of the people down here, please show yourself.
Robert, if you're here and you can hear me, I have a flashlight over here and another over here. You can touch those and make them go off. I also have 2 cat balls on the corners above you and an EMF reader there.
EMF reader was like, because it's like right in there.
It's like there's more silence in this room.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Than this room should be able to hold. I'm just staring at his face now.
I like some of the headphones because I can hear a little bit.
Robert, I'm here, and so are you. If there's something that you want to tell me, please feel free. We just want to tell your story. I'm looking at his reflection. His face is starting to twirl. Oh, the flashlight just went
I
off.
saw the shadow
Robert,
in his face.
if it's just you and I, turn that flashlight off.
Oh wow, that was pretty loud.
Count Karl? Elena? Any other spirit that can hear me in here? It's in the room with me. device right here. You can say anything you want. Put your energy in. Huge. What's huge? Show. It's a huge show. 13. What do you mean by 13? Is there 13?
13 is the curse.
Alter dark.
Friday
I'm
the
putting a
13th,
REM pod
no
right
13th
there.
Floor. It's all about superstition. Wow.
Hello?
He hears it and sees the light, but that's all he can see.
Someone's right here touching that photo. Can you touch that red light one more time? This thing's going off too. This thing's going off. Oh, God. Hello? Is this Robert? Is this a soldier? I'm gonna come down there. Do you mind if I pass you? What the? I just felt something touch my hand. What the fuck is right here?
Oh, yeah, he can't even see what that is.
Oh my god, there's so many haunted objects right here. If anyone's down here, I want you to show yourself. Holy fuck, dude!
You can just feel their fear.
It seems like
all of them. You can hear it with
the
Nate,
childhood
hear it with
imagination
Sam.
is evolution's tool for renewing the sense
I'm not
that this
feeling good,
insane
so I'll
world
like have to
makes.
think through. Wait, did I say the right thing?
Robert, I'm about to
Oh my
walk
gosh, you guys, it's been-
into your
it's been a
space.
whipping, this-
If you
this
will be
illness
there
has
with
been
me,
getting-
please let me know. I just want to talk with you.
Flashlight. See, he's
Robert, I
shaking.
want to know if the curse is real. Do you curse people who disrespect you? Is it just you and me? Or are there many within you?
Dude, this thing is spiking. Holy shit! Wait. Is that someone here? Oh my god!
Yeah.
Right here? What the fuck is happening right here? There's nothing electrical around. This is one of the most haunted objects in the museum. It's a stone taken from the grave of Marie Laval. Oh my god! That just went off.
He's
Hello?
really far away from there.
Marie, did you hear me talking about you? Marie Laveau is considered the queen of voodoo in New Orleans.
wow.
So I want to see if something still resides next to it.
Elena, if you're here, how
A lot of
did you
voodoo
actually
going on
feel
in
about
New
Count
Orleans.
Carl? Murder! Oh my god! I didn't say this when I was telling the story, but what's crazy is that there's a rumor that Count Carl even murdered her so he could do all the things he wanted to with her corpse.
Sick.
People think that he was just trying to kill her sooner.
Oh.
So that he can go there and
Creep.
about this crazy fantasy that he had.
Elena, are you trying to tell me that you were murdered by Count Carl? Or any spirits here if you know the story? Linger.
Maybe the spirit
Was she
linger there?
murdered? Fall. Around fall. Wait, let me see. When she died. Oh my god! No way! It said around fall, and she died October 25th, 1931.
Holy shit!
Who knows, that could have been
my
fall,
God,
like
no!
falling around.
What the fuck? Dude,
But he
look
took
at all these fucking dolls.
season
Wait, that
fall.
looks like one of the Robert
That's
dolls.
interesting. I
Come
wonder
touch this little green
what the meaning
light.
was.
and I'll know you're here. Oh my god, dude, that's fucking creepy. Human blood. Handle with care. What the fuck? What is this from?
Did Eugene used to talk to you in the attic of the artist's house? Did it make you sad to see Eugene dying of Parkinson's?
Marie Laveau, are you here with the stone? Come show yourself to me. I know you're here. Oh my god, dude! No! Oh, holy shit! This just went off again. Holy fuck, I got a pain in my back and I looked back and it was the... Hello?
Is there anything you can do or say right now to confirm that? I just want to make sure that I got the story right. Come in here and let me know. Is that true? Dash. Character. She ended up dying in her bed of tuberculosis and he slept in his bed with her every single night. Maybe she was murdered in his bed. Did you get murdered in your bed? Is that what you're saying? So I know we didn't get a confirmed yes, but I think they told me, and they made it so obvious. They literally said she died in fall.
I give anyone over there permission to step behind me.
Dude, when you're in total darkness, like,
Can you make that REM pod go off?
that's scary.
Come up next to this device.
I can't imagine what he's going through. Look at his face. I mean, he's terrified. After all these shows that they've done, like, he still gets really scared. Probably because he's seen so much. Oh my god, he's getting sick. Oh my god. Don't barf on camera. I can't deal with that right now because I feel so sick.
Holy
Just listening
fuck.
to him is upsetting
I
my
almost just
stomach.
throw up.
Oh shit.
I've never had that happen in my life.
Oh man. Yeah, down in the tunnel.
In the tunnel, yeah. I've actually never had that happen in my life.
Want some water?
Yeah, actually. My fucking shaking. Holy
Get some
shit.
water.
Dude, thank you. Has that ever happened to you? Or
I
I
just
got
got a
like sick?
Yeti. I heard these are really good, and actually I've had ice water in here for hours, and there's still ice.
Now, but
It's just
happens
like-
to people on the tour, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Right when you stepped out, I could tell that you kind of perked up a little.
No, yeah, that actually freaked me the fuck out. I was like, I just don't want to throw up in this fort. Like, make you guys clean it up. Holy shit. I'm gonna take a second.
There's nothing worse. than
Oh my
upset
god,
stomach.
I don't. That's new. I don't think I've ever been like that close to actually puke. I've never had that physical
feel like it's
reaction.
like midnight
Not
and
like
it's like
hot
6
heads or
o'clock and
pains
I'm
or
so
something like
tired.
that, but I don't know what it is. I even like, I think I left
I
everything
love watching
there,
them
left
like
my
around
backpack,
nighttime though, because
drawing.
I just think it makes it more creepy. And then it just kind of gets me relaxed and
Holy
ready for bed.
shit.
Where other people would freak them out and they couldn't sleep, I'm the exact opposite. This was really good. Oh my god, just a couple
you
more
good?
minutes.
I think I had a new experience.
What's happening? He just, Dan went and got me
I like legitimately almost threw up. Like I was
in the tunnel.
in the tunnel, and then I started gagging, and then I started walking away, and I like ran to the front, and as I was
I
running,
really
was
thought he was
gagging
gonna
more.
throw up.
And then I was like, by the time I saw Dan, you can ask him, we can like talk about it, but I was like fucking full on shaking. I actually thought I was getting sick. I feel better right now, but I've
It's
actually
almost like
never,
I have heard that, like when there's demonic spirits around
never
and it
experienced
just kind of
it.
envelops.
Like I felt
like
hot flashes or
people
whatever, it
feel
goes away
sick.
instantly.
I have
That
heard
was
that.
like trembling,
that's what he went through.
like actually like about to puke.
Like dry heave.
I was dry heaving.
Oh my god, dude.
REM pod was going off every once in a while when I hit the
after
end.
you've thrown up everything
I asked
in your
for everyone
stomach.
to
He was
do
just
that, and then all of a
gagging.
sudden, out of nowhere, it wasn't even like mid-conversation or anything. I just started like
You're dry heaving, you're
almost
actually
like puking.
vomiting,
Oh
but
shit,
nothing's coming
this is
out.
fucked, man. I don't even know like if we should do this last investigation.
Did anything happen to you?
We may have crossed the line with Robert. Yeah, that could have been why he had an upset stomach.
All right, Robert, we're all here. If you want to say anything, now's the chance.
Robert, will you tell us if the myth of your curse is true?
It is?
Specific?
Go home.
Wow,
Do
that was
you
clear.
feel like we disrespected you in any way?
I ain't going
Going
back.
back, I heard that.
Certainly. So are you going to continue to curse people as long as they keep disrespecting you? Yeah.
Was that you trying to show me that you've tried to curse me? Yeah! Like a little kid.
Wait, guys, so seriously, what do we do then? Because like that just like confirmed like I said, it would curse people, said it thought we disrespected it, and now like thinking about back on it, we were wearing sailor hats, we were drawing pictures of him.
Oh my God,
making
they were
jokes
wearing
around
sailor
him.
hats, that's right.
Literally took a picture, Polaroids.
Yeah, we basically
Yeah, I
did
didn't even
all
think
the big
about that.
nose.
All the big
and then
nose.
I've never seen you act like that before in my life.
Maybe we should ask if he'll accept our apology.
Is the apology the only way you can cleanse from this?
When you get these attachments, and some of them are tough, the apologies seem to work for most people, but
It's good to
they
know.
can get really intense.
Robert, in no way do we mean any harm or disrespect. We were just trying to show the world your power. We just wanted to show the viewers that your curse is real. So hopefully you can accept our apology. I'm sorry.
And I'm also sorry, Robert, if we went too far with some of the jokes. Our apologies.
Robert, I guess we're just trying to get to the bottom of a mystery and the kind of top of our
Oh
fear.
yeah, there goes
here.
the EMF.
I'm sorry that we crossed the line.
They have the best music. So creepy.
Robert, do you accept our apology?
Get out.
I just heard
What the
bleep bleep.
fuck?
I didn't
But he
hear
didn't
it.
answer if he accepted. Maybe he just is sick of us.
Guess we won't know.
I don't know. All I know is that he just wants us to
Get
leave.
out.
Like if
Get
we
out.
want to respect him, that's the best thing we can do for him. I hope he accepted it. I mean, the guy said that if you apologize, we'll accept it. Maybe he just didn't want to tell us he accepted it. Maybe that's like our punishment for being disrespectful, is we don't know if we're cursing or not. But at least we apologized. I think that's all we can do, right?
I think we're about to find out real quick if he's lifted or not.
Oh.
Nate's like, hopefully not. Wow, that was awesome. So I wonder if they're going to update us, like, on if they experience anything, after that visit. So, all right, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoy that. That was a lot of fun for me. I love reacting to these because it's just funny. I think it's just a different kind of spin. I watch reaction videos on Sam and Colby too. I love watching Cedric reacts. He's funny. And a few other people. I think they're just a lot of fun to hear just other people's perspectives of the things that I'm watching. So I hope you guys like this. If you want me to continue to do these videos, let me know. Next video I'm going to do next Monday is going to be on the channel Really Haunted. One of my viewers suggested that I react to their videos, and they've been putting out a lot in the last month, and so I think we have a lot to cover there. So yeah, thank you so much guys for coming. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.